You're live.
All right. Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Mr. Epic himself here at the Bar Podcast, part of Let's Be Epic 365. And listen here, y'all. It's been an honor and privilege to have these gentlemen on, especially the gentleman that's to my left, without any introduction. Brother.
Okay.
Parish Smith from EPMD. Listen, I can't even. Listen, man. When I heard y'all was in town, I was like, oh my goodness, I said, yo, really? He's
when I heard they was fans of the Bar Podcast, I was like, really?
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, we doing the homework.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Alongside with
that's RJ.
RJ, the realist, right?
Yeah.
You know, I heard some new music. It's pretty good, man. I love it. So, but welcome to Philly. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks
cool.
for having us.
Yeah, no problem. So, okay, cool. So, start off real quick. As far as music today, like your definition of hip hop, what is your definition of hip hop?
My definition of hip hop is what you believe hip hop is. Okay, like Harris once says, rap is something you do, hip hop is something you live.
Okay.
So what you believe in your heart, hip hop is to you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, man, I believe, you know what I mean, it's basically what P said, you know what I mean, just, it's more than just music, you know what I mean, it's a lifestyle. You know what I mean, it's a feeling, you know what I'm saying, it's in your soul, you know what I'm saying, it's real.
Okay, all right. So, I mean, do you think there's a difference how it was, like, I mean, like I said, I'm old school, so, I mean, like, difference from back then than it is how it is right now, like, you know, do you think, like, hip-hop right now, how it is back then, like, hip-hop back then was, like, telling a story, you know, how you feel, so do you think they actually still have that type of feeling or whatever like that?
I think for a minute back there was nothing, because hip-hop was going downhill, okay, and I think a large part of that was because the leaders from our generation, we stopped working.
Oh,
okay. So we stopped producing, we stopped making music, the whole nine, because of the traveling and whatnot.
Okay.
And the younger kids came behind us with no leadership and just was working with what they had.
Right.
That's why I never take the approach of bashing, you know, any artist, because DMC, from Run DMC, made it clear, like, after we did what we did with our album, how would it look if they came in the studio and said, yo, EMP, I don't know about that headbanger. Maybe you should change this or change that.
Okay.
So what I see happening now is his generation, things are changing out there now. Right. Like when we do shows in Detroit. Okay. Our generation will show up with their children this age. Right. And then the debate starts. Now this is real. Right. Son, everybody got the new sneakers on. And it's a situation, so we had to show back up putting the work in ourselves as opposed to just sitting there complaining.
Yeah. So what do you think? I mean,
yeah, man. I mean, besides, there's still a lot of storytellers out there, man. Besides, you know, what people would consider the new mainstream, which is on the radio, like the super trap guys. But besides them, there's other artists out there that's telling a story. You know what I mean? It's doing more than just finesse rap. That's just saying a bunch of cool things. You know, they're actually telling a story and giving you an insight on their lives, and what they're going through.
You know, perfect example is A Boogie.
Okay, right.
So you have the
Philly brother, right.
You have Sprinkles. You got J. Cole. He tells his story.
Right.
You got Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
He don't just rap. He's so in tune. He understands at a young age. Be humble. Sit down.
Right. Exactly. Right.
Okay,
you know. No, I mean, I'm feeling it because, like I said again, we sometimes get confused. I just had this debate with one of my friends and everything else, and I told him, like, the culture was totally different how it is from right now. Like, it's not like it's one of those things where you just throw like 16 bars down and then that's it. It was like more so you put your more heart and soul and stuff that was in it and everything else. Like now, you know, not actually like, not saying I'm down in like new cultural music or whatever like that. Mm-hmm. It's more so it's like I can sit there and go, and like kids understand it. I'm like, but as far as us, you know, we don't really we kind of say, okay, we'll give you some love and all like that, but can you really understand
what's going on, like the lyrical content and the purpose? Because now what happened a little while back there, it sounds like a lot of the guys that was rapping, it sounded like their verses were hooks. And you got to keep in mind, when we came in, hip hop was under attack. The biggest question you clearly remember was, is this music going to be a fad? All right. So we didn't have no light on us. Nobody was paying attention. In fact, it was this in this art form called hip hop. Okay.
But do you think that like now, it's got to be challenging to penetrate this market now, right? Because you our day, like I'm from EPMD day, like I'm 48, so that's my era or whatever. So now when you look at it, do you feel like it's lost its way? Now it's the girls, this, that, and the other, the cars. It wasn't about that in our day. It was about the music, the lyrics. You had something to say, and the way it was to be said was through a hip hop way, and that was our avenue to do it.
Right.
Now it's like commercialized. Almost.
Yeah, I think they got the concept just a little mixed up, because before, when it was just EPMD, okay, it was music and we was trying to be part of the golden era.
Okay, right.
But then once we put the Hit Squad together, then it was like EPMD, Das Effects, Redman, K Solo.
Right.
So it sent the message to hip hop, like you can be more than a group. You can stay on top of your business and put a crew. So that's what the younger guys seen.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the structure, when it comes to the major, we didn't have the digital age. We didn't have a smartphone.
Right.
Or none of that.
Right.
You understand?
That's what even made it more raw.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
And you had to come out to the show to actually physically see us. So, our approach to the game is we don't even, you have to be aware. We're not trying to come back and compete with this era. Okay? What we found out...
There is no competition.
Okay? And this is the whole point why me and Eric did the crossover.
Okay, right.
We had that opportunity to wild out back there,
correct,
too.
Right.
But instead of wilding out, that ain't us. This is us.
Right.
That era's out of control. So we actually drew the line.
Okay.
And I think, artists like RJ from this era doing different type of music.
Right.
As opposed to us. We're the legends, we do what we do. But when you come to an art rap show, it's packed. You can catch an Ice Cube, you can catch an EPMD, you can catch a Slick Rick, Rakim.
Right.
And these places be packed all
That's
around the world. So we comfortable in our arena, but we also known for introducing new artists like a Das Effects, a Redman, Keith Mary, okay, so.
I was going to ask you, how did you, meet up with RJ as far as, the artistry and everything, as far as, him coming out music-wise, whatever like that? How did you...
Yeah, that's a great question. We got cats like yourself in the neighborhood and around the world that know what the hip-hop structure should sound like. So even though I'm working on my solo project, Business Mentality.
Yes, can't wait for that.
And then next after that is the EPMD Big Business. There's other people who, from our neighborhood, who know good talent when they see it. So then they bring it to me. We go to the studio, check it out. And everybody doesn't make it. It just so happened that RJ was real dedicated to his craft.
That's right. That's good.
Yeah, we attempted at the freestyle rap cipher, and we did an epic fail.
Oh wow, yeah.
We
structures everything.
Yeah, we did an epic fail on that one. I attempted. I started off like it was gonna be really hot, and then it just bombed real quick. Yeah, that is not in my skill set at all. Yeah, not at all.
So RJ, how's it feel to work with an icon like Parish?
Man, it's an incredible experience, man. You just learn every day. You know what I'm saying? You learn that he's taught me so much about business.
Okay.
And the way things are run and how to keep your money flowing and how to keep things going. And just the energy of things, man. When you work with him, you're also working with Charlie, you're working with the team.
Okay.
And you gotta understand that when we in there, me and P are like a lot of when it comes to making music, because we're perfectionists too. Down to the last little thing. So you
real hard on yourself.
You
right.
You make the beat from scratch right there with Charlie.
Right.
You go in there and record. You know what I mean? It's a dope experience.
That's what I'm
all the way
about.
through.
That's what I'm talking about. Now I see that you're hooking up with I guess a title as far as Hit Squad Digital.
Yes.
So what's going on as far as with that and everything?
Well, it's the first time from our era.
Okay.
The legend. We're connecting with bigger platforms to build a bridge for artists from our generation and also from artists from his generation. So that's where support for marketing, promotion, publicity, and when it's time for the album to come out September 29th, we'll have the support.
September 29th, y'all. Okay,
yes.
Trust me. You need that. You need that in your rotation.
Business Mentality is the name of the album.
That's what I was going to ask. What's the name of the album?
The 29th, we're doing an independent, and it's fun. because from the studio to the label to the distribution to the marketing promotion, all the way to the tour. You know, we got a U.S. tour coming, we got a European tour coming.
Okay, all right.
And my excitement is just to introduce some new talent. You know?
Cool, all right,
Yeah.
all right. I appreciate it. Can't wait, man.
Is there a big benefit to going independent?
Yeah, I think so. 'Cause, you know, and before music, I played football and I was a quarterback. Okay.
Really?
Oh, didn't know that.
We
Okay.
totally missed
Right,
that.
right. Right? And yeah, definitely.
Wow.
You know, and the whole point was, as a quarterback, sometimes you call plays in the huddle, and then sometimes you get to the line and the defense is kind of not where it's supposed to be, so you can call it audible. Okay, that's the way I look at independent. Perfect example. Our release date was set for September 15th, but we just felt like, why rush ourselves? Why be stressing? You know, if we are the label, then we could just move it 2 weeks, switch everything.
Right.
That's when you're actually driving with the support of the people,
Right.
the older guys who know what's going on.
Makes
And
sense.
plus the majors respect you a lot more. Okay, so if you're just an artist, then you get a royalty. But if you're independent with your own imprint, then you get paid accordingly.
I just want to stop you real quick. We got a lot of people tuning in. Our regular Ebenezer is Ebenezer's faithful. People are just starting it because they're not used to seeing us in on the afternoon. So we've been trying to put it out there. We made a special arrangement because we wanted. I was like, now or never. That's kind of how I took it. So I wanted to make sure you got on. So shout out to our normal listeners that I see are tuning in. If you have questions, I am in the background. I know you can't see me. It's about them today, not me. So I got my iPad here. If you got questions, shoot them over, and I will interrupt D and shout those questions out. So Ebenezer says hi. Somebody else says EPMD in the house.
Yes. Yo, relax your mind, let your conscience be free. Get down to the sounds of EPMD while you should keep quiet while the MC rap. You tired, and go take a nap. And this is what hip hop is about. When people on your level take a Sunday. This is hip hop. This is independent. Where you can make a call, put your schedule to the side to bring the music to the hip hop fans who want to know what's going on.
Look, that's what we look.
movement, man.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Yo, we got to do the work. That's what people
Right,
don't realize.
right.
They're looking at the shovel. They're looking at all the Home Depot material. You're gonna have to pick that hammer up.
Exactly.
I like the way that sounds. You got the shovel ain't gonna do itself. You gotta make it work.
You know, it's just a little. Now there's no label there.
Yeah.
You know, there's no real major and stuff like that. So if you're paying attention, you really love the art form. The scary part that when the work is all done and the album's completed and you got your whole crew, you think to yourself like, yo, and why did I stop doing this in the first place? You know what I mean? So it's just like basically a path that you follow, and then once the album's complete, next thing you know, you're in airports with your passport out like, oui, bonjour. Okay. Good day, mate.
Man, right, how about that?
Top of the morning.
Right,
exactly.
You get the cultural experience too. It's more than just the mic in the venue.
And speaking of culture experience, we have an affiliate. Will Holla is connected on with us from the Culture Weekly. He brings hip hop from around the world.
Nice.
And he broadcasts our show live on his segment as well. So you are on the Culture Weekly as well, and they're worldwide.
Yo, big shout out to the Culture Weekly.
Oh, he's gonna love that. I might have to collect a check from him for that.
That's that business.
You know, there's shout outs, but then there's shout outs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, let's be serious. Yeah. I mean, and then how do you feel from this segment of having women? Like, you know, women were an icon in hip hop back in the day. So now when you see now, like, the debacle of women representing hip hop, how do you feel about that now?
I feel like I just feel personally hip hop is making a huge adjustment. I just feel like for a second it was a runaway train, and then people realized what it is. So, you know, we started in the day with the Antoinettes, the Queen Latifahs, the MC Light, you know, and then the list keeps going on. The Lady Rage, hip hop was MCs. But then when you look at this generation, as it started taking off, you look at Remy Ma. Okay. So she's from.
I like her.
She's from the MC lyrical world.
Yeah.
With Fat Joe. Fat Joe is from hip hop.
Right.
So on the underground, we're hearing female MCs. They're just not visible on the everyday when you turn on your radio.
You think it's harder to impact the industry though because they're the females
I
looking
think-
for the wrong?
I think when you're part of the right crew and the right movement, and you're
Okay,
listening to people,
Right.
because the female always compliments the group,
Absolutely.
no matter what. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? You got guys going 1, 2,
Like
3.
Eve did.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
Look at
like
that.
Eve
So,
did, yeah.
Big shout out to Eve.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got the guys, and then when you got that girl with that presence that know what she's doing, she can hold it down from anywhere 4, 8 bars, 16 bars, and then boom, then the guy comes back and supports it.
Yeah.
So I think it's more of the crew and the organization that the females align with. Another perfect example, Randy Mark, Fat Joe, all the way up.
That's true.
Tag team.
That's true.
Right,
That's
right.
true.
Done deal.
That's true.
Would you want to have a female as far as with your crew? You know?
Yeah, there's no question. Like, we started off with Hurricane G, okay? So I can't go on the limb to say she was the first female squad member, but that's how it started off. It was rolling like that, and then as you went along, you seen different type of artists. And no, come on, Lauryn Hill,
Oh, man.
you know,
I mean,
look
that's
with that
iconic,
2
though.
male
It's like-
MCs.
Right.
But when Lauryn
And
grabbed
her
the
rap
mic,
game was
Yeah.
like just ridiculous. Yo, I've seen her eat dudes
Mm-hmm.
on the mic.
Yeah.
No problem.
No problem. Not just like a female rapper put me on though, but you might leave there without your dough.
just
You
might.
know what I'm saying? And you got to pay attention because you know how it go. You know, guys is on point, but sometimes they lose a little focus.
Yeah,
Yeah, female, she's gonna dot that I and cross that T.
Mm-hmm. And we were feeling
I just
that
think
feeling.
it's harder.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just
Oh, it
think it's
definitely
harder
is,
for-
but it's not
for-
impossible.
It's
No,
not.
it's far from
You know,
impossible.
because great is great.
There you go. There you go. I know sometimes, like, you know, for hip hop and politics, sometimes they do go together, sometimes they don't. How do you feel? I mean, how do you feel about like what's going on today, as far as like, you know, our government, or as far as like, you know, certain stipulations that we're having right now, as far as like even the whole the events that happened down in Charlottesville, like. How is hip hop actually? Are you helping, or are you trying to like making people more aware of what's going on as far as the hip hop generation, as far as dealing with certain things going on?
Well, it's all according again what crew you part of,
Okay.
and how much knowledge you have in the game.
Okay.
Because as an artist, the microphone is always there for interviews and to get your point of view.
Right.
It's where you as an individual, as a person, and the artist is coming from. The platform is
Right,
there.
right.
Okay, so when you go back to EPMD's third album, That's What Gets People.
Right.
Okay, you look at the lyrical content, and Eric and I clearly was conscious of what was going on around us.
Right.
And the goal, at least our goal, was to keep it into the music so it can reach the masses
Okay.
and teach. And then when it's time to speak on it, if you go into a state or if you go into a country and speak on it from a musical standpoint, right? You know, because where we at right now, I think through the music is why everything's coming to pass.
So what do you think, RJ? I mean, like, how's it playing a big role as far as hip hop and politics? As far as what you think?
I mean, you know, just with the lyricism, man, and like you said, the content that we use, man, like, you know, we're always gonna tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? And if we see injustice going on, you know, in this country like that, like we're gonna speak up about it. I mean, inside of the rhymes. But I mean, hip hop and politics definitely play. You know, what I mean, they come together. I feel like, man, there's most of the people in the population, especially the youngsters, they listen to us.
Right.
So
right.
They're gonna take part in what we say. You know what I mean? So if we spend some knowledge, it's something that they need to hear. Like hands up, don't shoot. Like this is some real stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? They gotta take human lives seriously. You know what I mean?
And I think we have to continue pushing that, especially for the generation right now. I mean, we're just the ones that actually try to guide as much, whatever like that. But I know what, as far as for hip hop and music and everything else, they actually portray most of what happens or what goes on as far as like how the generation is being raised right now, whatever. So,
That's like the prophet and the messenger.
right, you know. So, and like I said, that's some things that we back in the day when we listened to some of the music that y'all that was put out and everything else. You know, we were like, oh, where is this what they're talking about? Like, we want to make this. We want to make sure that this, when we somewhat kind of like pass the baton to like to you, whatever like that, or other folks that we're going to like have whatever like that. Like this is going to be secure. This is going to be something that we know for a fact that hip hop is going to be meaningful. Hip hop is going to be something that, like I said, in political words and everything else, like fighting a movement or doing something of that nature. So
like a public enemy.
Correct. Yep. There you go.
Do you feel like now with the it's crazy what is going on in this world right now, right? 45, we'd be lucky to make it through the solar eclipse tomorrow.
Yeah.
So is it fueling you as a younger artist? Like, are you feeling more fueled to get a stronger message across, a stronger presence across? Like, is it fueling you?
It fuels me every day, man. Like every time that I see all this injustice going on, it definitely fuels me. You know what I mean? It's just something that just feeds you. You know what I mean? Because you want, especially the kids, man. You always think about, especially the kids. You want them to grow up, and instead of like how I grew up, you know what I'm saying? People handing you a sack or a red flag or whatever flag that people rocking or whatever they're doing. You know what I'm saying? You hand them something that's positive, something that's like how I rock with red, black, and green. You know what I mean? Because I understand what the colors really mean. It's positivity and unity among people, and that's what people need. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we try to spread. That's what we about. I know that always.
And again, don't forget, before hip hop wasn't here, you got to go back to the long 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s. You got to do your homework. The 60s, the 70s, the 80s, all the undocumented.
Right.
Now, when it goes down, at least it don't ride a slide. You got social media and hip hop like, whoa, hold up.
Yeah.
Punch that dude in the back of the head.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Before you just had to wear the L and walk it off. You see it?
Do you feel like we're being more safer now, or you just like, look, I'm saying whatever I want to say?
No, I just feel like being more aware. When you attune to your spirit and you know what's going on, you're just more aware of what's going on. You don't want to play it safe because then that goes under fear, false evidence, real.
Right.
Or like Rev Run to say, face everything and rise, or forget everything and run. So we're in 2017 now. You know what I mean? The kids and the progress that's being made from back there in the 50s to 60s.
Right.
But there's still a line there. And honestly, you would much rather know what's going on as opposed to things being in your face hidden and still going on.
Right.
Absolutely.
I think the biggest thing also is with most artists, constructive criticism is probably one of the biggest things because
that's big right there.
Right,
I was going to say
right,
that.
And it's like more so like you got to take it. And don't think it's like I'm actually like pounding you where like you got to take it because again when you come across something or come across another person or anything else or lyrically wise you're actually putting something out and you got to make sure that what you're putting out is going to be has substance to it, not just something I'm doing it because you want to do something because it's bringing more to you, it's bringing more to the people, to the community and everything else. So I think that's probably one of the biggest problems that we're having right now because I think a lot of cats don't like that.
And that's the whole thing. We understood if we got an opportunity to get on hip hop and grab the mic, you was trying to impress your fans and your kids. It wasn't you who did a song and said, "Yo, I'm dope, man." You had to do a song and Rakim have to say, "Yo,
right.
You have to run into a Big Daddy Kane and say, "Yo, I heard that song." You got to run into a Bismarck. So again, there's a difference between mindless, unconscious rap and conscious rap. And it's all according to where the artist is coming from.
And how you feel about? I don't remember back in. I could be wrong. I'm not like no hip hop queen, whatever. I don't remember all the diss stuff. Like I don't remember. Like it seemed like now it's like now we dissing this person, dissing that person. Like really, is that what we taking it to?
Well, hip hop always was a well-rounded forum. You got to go to the 5 elements. You got the breakdancing, the DJ, the graffiti, the MC, the fashion. Okay, so because it had so much balance, every now and then a battle would spark off with Kumo D, Busy B.
Right.
The Rock, San, Shantae trilogy. I'm not rhyming right now.
No.
You know, big shout out to the Green Eyed Band. But anyway, you know, there was always, hip hop was so stable you could afford Roxanne.
Right.
You know, and in there people understood the concept of two people going back and forth. Now there's no line, so it's just a little like.
Speaking of E, like, do you still trying to collaborate with him? Right?
Yeah, definitely. Like, you know, the perception of the world and the reality is two different things. So on the inside, that's my brother.
Right.
And as we grow and we mature, then boom, you know, we're two people like one.
Okay.
I just was in the studio 2 or 3 days ago.
Okay.
You know, so there's not too many cats that get to know each other since 8th grade.
Okay.
Travel the road that we traveled through hip hop,
Okay.
go on different paths, and then come back around full circle, and then be at that altitude. So aside from the music, just as homeboys and brothers, you know, Eric, you know, like my project coming right now.
Okay.
You know, sitting in the studio, he be handing me real jewels on what he thinks that I should do to get that look that's needed.
Okay.
Okay, because basically that's what this album is, to set up the business side.
Okay.
Figure out what's going on with the marketing, promotion, publicity, meeting people like yourself. So this way, when we come through with big business, we're not improvising, trying to catch up. We already know the drill.
Okay. So are we going to have a feature with him on there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm talking
and that
about.
feature
Yes.
right there, the feature and where me and Eric is at is two different things.
Okay.
You know what
Okay.
I mean? Because he's serious
We
about
need
music,
that, man.
I'm
We
serious about
need
it.
that, man. We
Yeah, we see
need
it.
that vibe, man. Look, some people kind of missing it there. You know,
Yeah, no, we definitely see it because when we just got back from Chicago.
Okay.
Okay, Saturday we're in New Haven. Sunday we're in Detroit, Shane Park with Run DMC
Oh.
and Rockhead. Talking about a dream, like I gotta go back to before we was EPMD, before we had a contract. And we used to go to the mall just to see the Run DMC posters with the D's. Now there goes Rev Run and DMC. That's what you really appreciate.
Right. Cool.
To get more of yourself, of course.
Right. If you was going to work with another, besides your artists, if you was to work with another artist that's out right now, who would it be?
Who would it be? Well, I got RJ on my album.
Yeah.
It'd be me.
Oh, yes. Here you go.
It'd be me and the T. Place to be. That's about as far as I'm going to go with this.
I mean, if you had this big lineup, besides your artists and everything else, if you said, I wanted just the one person I want to hear real quick.
For my generation or this generation?
Both. Any generation.
Oh, okay. From any, I would take A Boogie and Rakim.
I was going to marry Rakim
Yes.
back in my day.
Regardless series.
Yeah. He was going to be my husband. I was going to go find him and he was going to be my husband. Yeah. You see how that worked out, right?
No,
Yeah, it didn't work
out.
Yeah.
Any questions on the?
No, everybody is just like Robert says, Eric and Parish making dollars. Hey, Bar Podcast, what's going on? Everybody is just. I think they're in a little awe that you're here.
Yeah, because like again, it's not every day. You know, there got to be a change in just the music. Show up to the venue, body the show. You know, it's different driving through Philly today, like really just driving as opposed to the tour bus or the Sprinter and stuff like that.
A lot has changed.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we deal with a lot of issues. You know, we do a show here called WTF where we take the existing issues and just go ham on it. And one of the biggest issues that came up is gentrification. You know, we're seeing that a lot in here. Some for it, some not for it. What's your take on that?
My take on it is everybody is somebody, and you wouldn't want nobody hiding from themselves. Because I think it's pretty sad when, you know, a person is going through something but have to walk through life pretending. You understand what I mean? So, you know, me personally, I'm comfortable with myself, and I would never. You're put on this planet to be who you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay. And as an individual, I feel that you should be who you feel you should be in your heart. It shouldn't have to hide from that. Because I see some real horrific stories.
Yeah.
Of just stuck people in super dark places that can't just come out and talk to them.
Right.
You understand?
So what's your advice to the younger people? Like, you gotta, you know, there's so many young people want to get into the rap game. There's so many people that, you know, feels it's their way out. You know, they're amazing lyricists and they're like, you know, this is my end all. If it's not sports, it's rap. Like, you know, how do you feel about that?
I feel they're right if they feel that's their way out, because I don't want to go too far, but the whole magic of it is if you believe, then it's going to happen. You know what I mean? But if you don't believe that it's going to happen, then it's not going to happen. You can go in a venue of 10,000 people and say, yo, I'm going to do this. But in my opinion, only God can read your heart. You take me and Eric, for example. We're standing there. We're looking at Run DMC. We're looking at Big Daddy Kane, you know, KRS-One. And then Rakim is from Winans, 3 towns away from us. And we don't even have a contract. But in our mind, we're standing in front of my mother's house and we're like, yo, we could really do this. Yo, if we do this, let's name this something real dope, just in case the name do catch. What are you going to name? Well, I'm the E-double-E. Well, I'm the P&D. And then we run into Bismarck, who we just ran into on the way here today.
Okay.
That's
Really?
like, yo, we ran into Bismarck, forget about it. Whole nother level. We see
Are you
Bismarck,
serious?
yes. And we said, you know, the kids was gabba gabba, so, okay. But the whole point is that if you believe and then you come up with the right name and the catches, that's not the problem. My advice to the youth is just do your homework. Y'all have a tool that we didn't have. It's called the computer, smartphone, and Google.
Right.
So nobody can stop you from wanting to know your history of hip hop from the beginning to the end, to see where you're going to fit in, because no different than the crossover. Still, I haven't seen one rapper living comfortably.
Right.
So with that being said, what difference are you going to make, and what are you going to do different in the hip hop community and culture to be here 30 years later relevant?
I think that's a real hard shoe to fill. Like, I mean, you must have had some amazing times in your life to meet some of these legends. Like, I envy you, right? Yeah. Because back then, like, the concerts were just, we didn't care what we had on. It was, we were coming for the music. Right. It was
somebody brought up the Spectrum the other day, because you know Charlie Mack, Will Smith. Right. Like, you know, these guys are still active in hip hop. Like, if EPMD come do a show in Philly, Charlie Mack is there. We did the Eric B. and Rakim at the Apollo. Right, that's where I see Charlie Mack. But the whole point is, you know, it was the culture ungoverned. It was when nobody was watching, so you could just get up, get dressed, the artists come and represent. Right. You know what I mean? But
now it's 5-inch stilettos, the weave down the hair, this, that, that. You know, it's not. It's a showcase. Yeah. It's not going to enjoy the music. You know, and that's what I just think has changed so much in the falling in love with hip hop. It's like, you know, how do you even fall? They don't even know what we fell in love with in the 80s and, you know, and everything. That was.
But again, though, you see 80s. How hip hop has been here from the golden era and is still here.
Oh, there's Will. Well, you missed Will from the Culture Weekly.
Okay, Will.
He says, big fan, shout out to Parish Smith. He is broadcasting live right now. So
nice.
Sean Eubank says, was Jane actually based on a true personal situation?
No, Jane was a story on our first album. You know, Strictly Business.
Right.
And then as we began to tour around the world, you know, life changes for me. And we always wrote the song Jane in every episode from a standpoint of view of the girl that we never met but would like to meet. Because she's the one that doesn't exist but actually understands the hip-hop situation, where there's no room to sit still. There's no time to sit still. Work got to get done. Mm-hmm. Okay? If we don't do the work ain't going to get done. So in the real world, it's not really understood, but me and Eric can draw up a character that supports EPMD and the type of girl that you would like to rock with, the J to the A to the N to the E.
That would be me. No, just
you know what I'm saying? Like, she's the one, there's no problem. I understand the state of it. I see the tour bus. You know, we got 30 cities in the U.S., 30 countries. Yo, let's get it.
Wow.
Be out of your way, but if you need me, holla. Hit me on the text.
I love that. Felicia says, Felicia says, Parish, I love you. Will says, I'm on the boat. He's in the vineyard on the boat, but he's watching the show.
Big shout out, Felicia.
So we're going to flip you guys. We got a couple more artists to come through. And but before you guys go, we're gonna definitely get pictures for the site and everything so people can say hello.
No question.
Who we got coming up next?
We got Dinko from
Dinko?
Leaders in New School.
Yes.
Oh my.
He's on the album.
What?
On the song we called Spirit. We're shooting the video today.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I was like,
I'm saying like.
yeah, I was like, but you know how you don't want to get too starstruck. Like that was enough right there.
Like, no,
Right, and I'm like in my house, like all right. I was like, I didn't want to get too starstruck,
Yeah, you
but
put
like,
Long Island in the house.
yeah.
Okay.
All right,
we got
let's-
Jigs.
Okay.
All right, come on over, you guys.
Okay, and Grab Wizard Rashid.
Okay, great.
Cool.
Flip them out. D's gonna stay there.
And
We
these
just
are the
gonna
guys
keep
who
it
was
rolling.
instrumental in working with Cash Money.
Rasheen taught Jesse Jeff and Cash Money how to DJ, Philly native.
Okay.
We were talking, Parish was just talking about know your history.
Right.
You got a lot of history here.
Oh yeah.
What?
You know, it's
ain't
like
never
when you
lied.
look at Bruce Lee, but then you see Ip Man, Master Ip.
Oh, right.
So we got to see how nice Bruce was. But then when you see Ip Man, you be like, oh, damn, no. Okay, I got it. All
This
right.
is the mastery right
So
here.
yeah, big
Good.
shout out to everybody. Thanks for your time. Hip hop all day, baby.
Oh man, love it. Thank you.
She gonna be so upset, man. She
man.
gonna be so. One of our. Oh,
No,
dance.
Still live right now?
No, you still alive.
Hey, Parish. We still live. You want to flip over, guys?
Jigs.
We're still live. We're still live. We're still live.
No, Pete, that's the towel?
Yes.
All right.
You know that thing? Thank you.
You get that. I'm going to take a couple.
You good? We are still live going, you guys. Yo, shout out. Will says, Daz Jones. Parish. Daz? You worked with Daz Jones?
Daz?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's been here too.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah, he's been here too. He did a cipher. He did a bar podcast cipher that was sick.
Nice.
Yeah, he did a nice cipher.
Hey, this is incredible.
The King's chair. I can sit on your lap now.
All right, we good. I'm going to run this thing already.
We good?
Okay, what's up?
You want to?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
You want to sit down?
No, I'm going in and out.
So, I'm going to
It's cool. It can be in. It's fine. It's fine. All right, y'all. We have some other hip hop icons in the building. You know, with some new people. Without further ado, just going down the line and introduce yourselves.
Well, my name is David Roberts. Most people know me as Grand Wizard Rasheen. I'm a legendary Philly DJ. I taught majority of the DJs in Philly. Everybody from Cash Money, Jazzy Jeff, DJ Miz, DJ Tap Money, everybody. I invented battle style, turning the tables to the side. I was the first to play hip hop in Philly at my own little radio station that I built. Me and a guy named Stone Mike. You know, we were the first to play hip hop in Philly back in the day.
Okay.
Well, that's me in a nutshell, right there. Just,
All right.
you know,
All right.
and I rap, dance, mix, sing, make beats, produce. Also, I have a group called Elements of Hip Hop with Mikey D.
D, what up?
Right,
D, okay,
DJ Mercury.
All right.
Shout out,
Shout out to them brothers.
All right.
So, you know, have that too.
Talk about Jazzy Jeff and Cash Money?
Yeah. About that.
Okay,
So we
okay,
can have a little
okay.
history
I got
here
so
in
much
Philly,
to
man.
know.
So,
Right.
let's you know.
All right, well, I got started, I guess, in the 70s. I was a dancer.
What?
I had a group called Franchise Dancers.
Okay.
And in Franchise Dancers, we had a rap group called Super Bad Disco. Now, Super Bad Disco, what we used to do is listen to like Cold Crush, Theodore, and all those tapes like that.
Right.
So we made our group like all of them wrapped up in one.
Okay.
So everybody that was in our group, like Will Smith was in our group.
Okay.
Let's see, Cash Money was a dancer in our group. That's how he got started.
Okay.
So,
Right, wait a minute. I'm like,
yeah,
little history real quick.
yeah,
Right.
So Cash was dancing in our group, and I had the radio station going at the same time. And on my radio station, it's called WSMP. I'm playing cold crush tapes, beats, break beats. That's all I'm playing. So that was like the first hip hop film we heard.
Okay.
So it's Southwest Philly. So within Southwest Philly,
South to Southwest. All right.
it was like gang war back then. You know what I mean?
Okay.
A lot of gang war going on. So my block is like in the middle of Southwest Philly, and had the radio station right around the corner, across the street, like that.
Okay.
And when we put the radio station on, everybody used to listen to the radio, us playing Cold Crush and break beats and all that. So at the time, Cash was dancing for us, and he was like, "Yo, can you teach me how to do that scratching stuff you doing, Rashid?"
Okay.
So now in my room, I had black VSRs.
Okay.
That was my first turntable.
Right.
Yeah, and
for those who don't know,
when I first got them,
Turntables. They're like, what? What is that?
Right.
yeah. So when I first got them, I turned them to the side because I had a small little turntable like that to fit them on.
Right.
They wouldn't fit long ways, so I turned them to the side, and they fitted perfectly on that table.
Okay.
Right. So that's basically how battle style came along. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I found out that I could do my dance tricks while I'm, faster.
Okay.
While I'm, doing all that.
Man, them kids don't know nothing about that, boy. They don't know nothing about
Right, you
that.
saying right, just feeling that though, man. The creativity, that was the biggest thing back in the day,
Yeah, so I found out I could do my tricks faster, and that's how I taught Cash. I showed him how to do my dance tricks I was doing.
Okay.
Along with the rhythm cuts I was doing.
Okay.
That led to transforming and beat juggling and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? And what happened, Jazzy Jeff lived around about 4 or 5 blocks away.
Okay.
Right, so Cash wanted to show all my tricks, at the time, Jeff had 12, he just got it for 12.
Okay.
My grandma bought it for 12. So Cash was right after I finished teaching him, he go right to Jeff and like, yo, what Rashid showed me to do, you know what I mean? What it was, they became, me and Cash, I taught Cash a routine called the Twins of Spin, and they became the Twins of Spin.
Okay.
From, because Jeff used to get my lessons like every day, just like Cash was getting it. So they became, and they started touring, doing shows, and I kept on with the radio station, and had a couple of records and albums out too, but you know what I mean. But
can I just stop you real quick? They're going crazy. They're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. What did I miss? Oh my God. Like people are like, see, we tell them all the time, don't ever underestimate the Bar Podcast. I'm just saying. Just wanted to say, Avis is, oh my God, what did I miss? And Felicia, another one of our affiliates from Empowerment Zone, she runs a great nonprofit. She was like, oh my God, great show. So, those are the people that know. Oh, you're a hungry. Sit down here.
Let's just do it. Get it up in there, right?
We coming up in there like that.
There's a lot of history that people don't know.
Oh, man,
That's
I
why
didn't know that.
That's why we hit the ball.
Right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. So, I can't even believe who else is in the seat right now. Come on, brother.
Yo, Dick on D, man. Niggas to the new school.
What?
Charlie Brown.
What?
Bravo.
Oh my, this is ridiculous right now, man. How you feeling right now, man?
I feel great to be here, man. I'm glad y'all got us in here doing.
Right, no, we appreciate yourself being here, man.
Hearing Rashid's
Right.
story, you know what I'm saying? Did around, told me about him, and just to hear the story. It's even great for me to be here, man. And I'm rolling with PMD, RJ Willis.
All right.
We got a Long Island sound.
All right.
It's a beautiful time of music. And we all independent right now doing our own thing. That's what's beautiful.
Right.
We hear this much about this independent. Is that just like people just not straying towards the larger industry?
Okay,
right.
That's the freedom. free.
You got let down, you're not hold down by nobody. It's just
Breaking
what you
chains.
do. Right,
Breaking
exactly.
chains.
Right,
Breaking
right,
chains.
right,
Right, 'cause
right.
don't the corporate end of it be like, oh, well, you need to do it this way, you need to set it up this way, you got to wear this gold suit and these shoes, and
Yeah, they got, chains and locks, but we good. We got good music. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? We got some good music to release right now.
That's what I'm talking
You know what I'm saying?
about.
I just put out an album called Cameo Flows.
Okay,
You know
all
what I'm
right,
saying?
all right.
I got a couple of artists on there. I'll put it out. You can get that on Bandcamp, Cameo Flows.
Okay.
I just built, my website, DinkoD.com.
DinkoD.com. Come on, y'all. All right.
D to the O in the middle, INC, add that D, and then put that com over there. That's me. So I'm building my brand back. That's it.
Cool.
Also been in the studio with Busta and
I was going to ask you that. Have you talk to Busta?
Yeah, I talked to him, man, but he's doing his thing. So
Right.
when we cross paths, and we'll bring it together. We've been in the studio. We got a couple of songs.
Okay.
We're still working that out. And me and Brad have been doing some shows.
Okay.
And I've been doing my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I was out in Philly like 2012 with a PE tour. We did Temple University.
Right. I remember that.
And we started.
That was huge. That was huge. Yes.
Beautiful. They let us come through. I think Lady B.
Lady B, yeah.
She was
Shout out
doing it.
Lady
So
B,
we came
right.
in and they let us bless the stage and they let each
That's
one of us
tonight.
from the tour rock.
Ah.
Oh man, that was
What?
incredible.
Oh man, that's.
But it's a great time, man. I get to see people like I think I was in junior high school when PMD came out.
Right.
So
Yeah,
to be
right,
able to
right.
roll with him and be learn his mentality and his business, you know what I'm saying, to roll
Right,
with him and,
right.
and be able to respect his craft, it's just a beautiful thing.
That's what we're talking about. Oh man. And we got another brother over here. Go ahead, brother.
What's going on, man? My name is John Jakes, Strong Island MC, man.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Strong Island, man. I just actually released an album in June called Twin Cannons.
Okay.
The whole album is produced by Kate Slugger, producer from Sweden.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's doing really well online. We actually just released the third video of the project yesterday.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's doing really well out there. You know what I mean? Shout out to Philly too. Shout out to my man DJ Soulbuck, man. One love. You know what I'm saying? And Marissa, shout out to MJ. You know what I'm saying? Much love.
Okay. All right. Finish the sentence real quick.
Schoolie D.
Schoolie D. Okay.
That's what
Go ahead.
big shout out to him. Schoolie D. He was on Hip Hop
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people I'm trying to think about now. But
just throw it out there. It's cool. It's all
I
good.
used to stay in Philly, man. I love Philly.
Yeah.
Man. I used to stay here, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. We got a young man too. What's going on, man?
Yeah.
It's my son PJ, man. He acting shy right now.
Oh, he was ready earlier. Right. So, how you feeling right now, young man?
good.
You good? Do you see all this? This is history.
This is your history.
This is history right here, man. Like, when I was growing up and everything else, and when we actually see it on television, like even we go out to the park or something like that, but actually seeing it right now, like these gentlemen right here, like we grew up. I was like, what? Like it's magic. It's magic. Loveless. So that's what I was gonna say. Finish this sentence real quick. Let's start with you. Hip hop is.
Hip hop to me is like they said, way of life.
Okay.
And you can choose. Okay, all right. You can choose. All right, you can choose to be negative with it or positive with it. You know what I mean? I like the more positive ways of hip hop.
Okay.
And as far as everybody coming together. It brings people together more than any other music do. That's what it does to me. It's a togetherness bringer. Hip hop.
Hip hop, it's a tribal music art form, man, that created, out of the culture. The music derived from everything that, a lot of the urban community brought, to music.
Right.
But to me, it's a whole bunch of stuff, man. It's the way I am, the way I talk, the way I speak.
Eat, sleep,
Right.
drink. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's what it is now. Like he was saying, man, it's like the only music to me that unifies every other music, brings it together. You know what I'm saying? No other genre of music brings all forms of music together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just take, You know, everything takes from hip hop. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop takes from everything, but we're the one form that unifies it and makes it one. You know what I'm saying?
Are you happy with the direction of what hip hop is going today?
I'm happy it's here. You know, I'm not happy with some of the content and some of the stuff that has been conformed to, but I'm happy with that it's surviving and it's driving. But it definitely it's been misdirected. You know what I'm saying? Because they're showing a lot of the wrong stuff of it, and a lot of the pioneers aren't there to help guide it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I mean that's where y'all come into play, because y'all the ones who's gonna be the motivators.
Exactly.
You know, and
we
need
really
them.
don't have those anymore.
Right.
They broke the mold of having some guidelines to the art form. You know.
You ever kind of reach out to them?
Yeah, all the time, man. I got artists I work with, and they out there. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to take more than the corporations to be. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Right.
To broadcast it. You know what I'm saying? So we got to do things like podcasts, YouTube. And, there's more control, but it's going. Some more of the pioneers need. We got to get together and build the unity. That's it.
And I think it's important that you need to understand too what your position still is in this game.
Exactly.
It still has an amazing amount of power.
Exactly, and that's why I'm doing it, man. So I mean, I never gave up. So I've been in the background doing production, different forms, just mastering different arts of it. Building different tools for myself to be able to control and put out and broadcast what I need to broadcast and build it right and mold it.
Because, they ain't had no iPhones. You ain't had no iPhones and things you could change, fix your voices and fix your faces and fix your bodies. And it was just you. Exactly. And it was raw, right? There was no equalizers enough to change I'm saying in the rawness of what.
No, but years ago, years ago Chuck D told me pretty soon it's just going to be puppets. Just going to have a puppet.
Right.
And they're just going to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's you could just put a puppet up there and blow him up and he'll be whatever. You know what I'm saying? So,
how about for you? Hip hop.
Hip hop is a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? It's the way we dress. It's when you walk when you walk in the house you just see hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? I wake up in the morning. That's all I think about. It's the only thing I can ever really see myself doing and being happy doing it. You know what I mean? Of course we work and we do things to pay the bills, but hip hop is really the only thing that would ever, I would feel like I lived a full life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So hip hop is everything. A lot of people's saviors, a lot of people's mother and father growing up.
How about that?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You tell a story real like that. So that's cool. Well, brothers, we appreciate y'all, man. It's just, man, I'm loving this, man. Please, yes, I want y'all to come back, man. Yes, yes.
This platform is for you any day.
Anytime y'all want to come on, whatever, for anybody, it's for y'all. So no, we really do appreciate y'all.
We are honored
and giving us and showing us some love here on the Bar Podcast, man. So
much love to y'all audience and everybody, man. Please.
Love.
All right, you guys.
Let's build each other up, man. And
tell it again, brother. That's what
keep us strong, man. We got to invest in us. This is all we got.
Absolutely. Okay, you guys. So I know you can't see me. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm still here. Make sure you check us out at the Bar Podcast 1 and check us out on YouTube, the Bar Podcast. I'm going to make sure I edit this out and get this up to YouTube ASAP.
Yes.
So that those that missed it will be able to see it. So stay tuned. We will be back on air at 6 p.m. when Richard Sutton is here to talk about his book, The Fear of Becoming a Man. All right, you guys, shout out.
See
y'all later. Peace out.
All right.